Hey you guys, it's Peter. And I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. A 7-nation army couldn't hold me back. I'm YouTube famous now. Na 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 na. The album, Dad, Shimmy Shimmy AF. Rock on, girl, dust woman. Boost. I grew up on the outskirts of town, in an 8-room farmhouse, baby. Boost. A little John Mellencamp for you. I was listening to that earlier. I was listening to, here I can show you, true story, okay? I was listening to 7 Nation Army by the White Stripes, and then that went right into John Mellencamp's Cherry Bomb, and so I was listening, oh, there's the mail guy. Hey! How are you today? Good. It's good to see you. So anyway, I've been just listening to all kinds of music today, just getting ready to make this video to drag a fool, to drag Jaclyn Hill. I actually hadn't planned on filming a video today, because I filmed a video last night, very late at night. I think it was like 4, I think I started at 4:27 a.m. or something like that. And so I thought, well, that will be my video for the day, right? And so I hadn't planned on filming a video today, but I was like, you know what, I need to do something that, I need to get back to the flipping of the fans and the casting shade and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's almost Halloween, okay? And so, like, you know, witches cast spells and I cast shade. So anyway, so I needed to get back to all of that. And I know that Swoop just came out with her 3-hour and 39-minute interview with Josh David Evans, Colleen Ballinger's ex-husband. I'm going to try to watch that tonight, and I will be doing a response to that. I have no idea what he says in that video. I've been seeing people tweet about it left and right. Do we say X? They're Xing about it. What do we say? I don't even know what to say anymore. So anyway, the only reason, I just want to tell you this right now, I joined that stupid Threads. That Threads is so stupid. I haven't even been over there in like weeks, right? I don't think I've been over to the Threads as long as Jaclyn Hill hasn't made a makeup video on YouTube, which is a really long time, but she did post one today. She finally posted one today. So anyway, the only reason I'm keeping that Threads is because if Twitter does what they say they're going to do, which is that they're going to take away the block feature, then I'm done with the Twitter. I'm just going to tell you right now, okay? I'm just going to have me a fake account over there, or I'm going to privatize my account, and then I'm not even gonna retweet the Halloween and the Christmas countdown no more, okay? I ain't gonna be active on the Twitter anymore, because listen, okay, if they take away that block feature, which I don't even really know, they're saying that they can't do it because then it can't be in the Apple store if they do it, but you know, that Elon Musk, I mean, he is so arrogant and egotistical, he don't really care, okay? He'll be like, fuck that Apple store, I don't care, right? So if they do that, which is so interesting because, you know, years and years and years ago, you know, when I was, you know, advocating for, you know, against, now I'm talking about it with myself, but years ago when I was talking about, like, cyberbullying and cyberstalking and things, this is long before I ever got on YouTube, right? And the first thing that any of those major organizations that are about cyberstalking and cyberbullying tell you is, the first thing they tell you to do is to block that person. So Elon Musk is going to take away the feature that protects people from stalkers and bullies, right? Okay, that makes a lot of sense to me. That makes sense about that you really care about the people that are using your platform, but I'll be done with Twitter at that point. I mean, I'll probably keep up my account and privatize it and all that kind of stuff, but listen, Linda, I'm not going to be on that Twitter that much anymore, but then I'll be over at that Threads. That's the only reason that I'm keeping that thing, right? So anyway, so I made this video last night. I'm going to make that Swoop video tomorrow. There's so many videos, you guys, that I want to make. I still haven't watched the Jeffree Star podcast with that Bunny XO. I haven't watched that yet, so that's another video I want to do. Then I want to do a video talking about Jeffree Star, talking about Trisha Paytas talking about Jeffree Star. That's the third video that I want to do. And I still want to make a video about Mallory Brooks' fantastic video talking about Jaclyn Hill and the beauty industry, because I think it's a really, really important video, and if you haven't seen it, go check out Mallory Brooks' video. She's just so genuine and authentic and just shares her story, you know, as actually a real trained makeup artist. So, yeah, that's an important video. So I've got tons of videos that I want to make over here. That's one of the reasons why I've been posting twice a day. So I know that I'm going to do the swoop video tomorrow, probably. And so, I mean, listen, tonight's the live eviction of Big Brother. I can't even keep up with this, but they have flipped back and forth on who they are evicting so many times. I can't keep up with it. And last night was 2 hours. Why they did a 2-hour power of veto, it was so, last night's episode was so dumb, it was 2 hours. Why they didn't save it for tonight and do a double eviction is beyond me. Okay, I'm ready for a double eviction. So anyway, alright, so today we're going to talk about Jaclyn Hill and how Jaclyn Hill, I think, might be the most problematic beauty influencer out there, okay? I mean, I'm like, seriously, at this point, when I'm like, I was drafting at the beginning, I had a different title for this video. I think I'm going to call the video, Jaclyn Hill is the most problematic beauty influencer. Because I really do believe that after watching this video. You know, I was taking notes, and I got like halfway through the video, I don't even remember what my other title was. Something like, Jaclyn Hill supports James Charles, or something like that. That'll probably be part of my title, too. But Jaclyn Hill also supports Colleen Ballinger and follows her. And Jaclyn, I mean, she's just... You know, she says that she doesn't want to joke about her lipsticks anymore because it's too painful and it wasn't the right thing to do. But then she makes a joke in this video about her lipstick. She says she wants to come out and she wants to make all these makeup videos. Ain't nobody stopping you, girl, from doing that, okay? And she's still disclosing inappropriately. The one thing she did differently in this video, we'll get to this in a second, she put links at the top. Girl. We already know they're links, okay? That's not how you disclose. I mean, either Jaclyn Hill is the stupidest person on the face of the earth, which I don't believe that she is, but I'm starting to think... I think these people live in this bubble around each other. I mean, she's talking about Manny, she's talking about James, she throws shade at Raw Beauty Kristi. We're going to get into all of this today, okay? And, like, she is supporting two of the biggest predators. And this was the thing I was thinking about before I even started doing this video, or getting this video ready was... You know, it's interesting because I think y'all know if you've watched my channel, I have called out a lot of people that have supported Colleen Ballinger. I have called out a lot of people that have supported James Charles. Now, I have called Jaclyn Hill out, you know. People keep on asking me why I haven't called out Nikki Tutorials. Well, I have called Nikki Tutorials out. I talked about it in a video. I can do a whole dedicated video to Nikki Tutorials if you wanted me to, but I spent several minutes in a video talking about that. My tripod fell. It's not the start. Oh, hey, bye. It's not the mailman went with the other. Oh no, he was honking at you. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Never a dull moment in the neighborhood, right? So anyway, I just asked my neighbor before I started. I said, "Did you care if I make a video out here?" Because she's like out there gardening. She's like, "No, I love listening to you." Because you're gonna be talking about old Colleen Ballinger today. I got a little bit. I'm gonna be talking about Colleen Ballinger. So anyway, my tripod fell. I have this very old school tripod that I use out here, and sometimes the leg just goes so anyway, that's what happened. But anyway, you know, I was thinking about this, and I don't even know what I was saying before because now so much crap has happened. But anyway, attitude check. We're gonna talk about that in just a second. But you know, I was thinking about this before. It's like, oh, the Nikki Tutorials thing. I did call Nikki Tutorials out in the video, and in fact, I even included her picture in my thumbnail. I put a little picture of her. Did y'all see that little face of her? It was so cute, wasn't it? Anyway, so yeah, but she's a predator protector. Nikki Tutorials is a hands down predator protector. Okay, she was doing escape rooms with James Charles just last week. Okay, she don't got no problems with this. Okay, I mean, the amount of people that are supporting and protecting James Charles is really so sick and disgusting, you know? And, like, I say this a lot, but the reason I say it is because the majority of us don't live in that world, right? We don't live in the beauty influencer world. We don't have, you know, $5 million houses, all that kind of, I mean, that's not our world, right? So we live in reality, because they don't, right? Like, they live in a very sheltered world where they protect each other. That's not the world we live in, okay? I think if in your town, right, like if you knew that there was a known predator, okay, that had come out, and let's just say, like, on the news, they interviewed him, which is similar to a YouTube video, and the person, and the piece of the news was said, holding myself accountable, okay, and in there, apologized to the victims that were, I believe, 16 years old, 14 years old, and apologized to them, and said that there was nothing right about what had happened, okay? and this is in your town, right? Like, let's just pull it out of this proportion, because everybody wants to say, why are you keep on beating a dead horse about James Charles? Because it's a serious issue, okay? If that happened on your news, and you guys knew who that person was, and that person was living up the street from you, are you telling me that if, like, your best friend was going over to their house every day for coffee, that, or, you know, buying stuff from their store and stuff, like, you wouldn't question that friend and be like, I'm confused as to how you can support this person. Like, didn't you see them on the news? Like, let's just pull it into reality for a second, okay? Like, I know y'all love these people and you want to excuse their behavior because you're super fans of them. And I know you're so offended by that term super fan, but ask yourself this. Puzzle me this question, okay? If you're not a super fan of them, why are you defending somebody that has absolutely disgusting behavior, okay? And took responsibility, kind of, but then took the video down, right? But took accountability for hurting and 2 underage victims, okay? And you guys don't have problems with that, but you're not super fans. Well, the only thing I can think of is that a super fan would defend these people to the grave. So if you're not a super fan, then what you're saying is that you don't have an issue with predators, right? Well, maybe you need to take a look at that. Because I think if it happened in your own neighborhood, and you have kids, or you have grandkids, or, you know, your friends have kids, I don't think you would want those kids, and you're that person that had been on the news, self-proclaiming that they were a predator. So let's just take it out of all of that for a second. Not to mention, if that person was living in your town, and let's say they had, you know, I don't know, some restaurant or some business that was absolutely thriving, and they were living in $1 million house, right? But they had been on the news, and everybody had talked about him, even though no charges have been pressed and things like that, right? Like, you wouldn't be a little pissed off if this person was thriving in your town and there were people supporting them, you know, and that they were getting all of this fame and money, and that there were people still, you wouldn't be pissed about that? I think it's a really serious issue, you know? So, one of the things I was thinking about, though, was that, you know, like, I have called Jaclyn Hill out here and there about supporting Colleen Ballinger, and this is where I came up with my title, right? About supporting Colleen Ballinger, because she still follows her, and supporting James Charles, and she does. And don't say to me, well, she just follows him. No, she shouted him out in this video, okay? She fully supports James Charles, okay? Her good Judy Lipstick Nick, who she has done tons of stuff with, was just at James Charles' house for a movie night, okay? Where James Charles had the candy Sour Patch Kids on his lap. Girl, like, this is where you don't think through this stuff. Like, you think that's not a bad look. Like, maybe think through. And like, so many people were like, why is that? Just think it through. Like, I mean, like, this is where you need PR people, okay? If you want at all to not, because I'm telling you right now, there is going to be something that comes out. Like, James right now is just, like, tempting fate left and right. He just, like, thinks, and the reason why he thinks he cannot get caught and that he's going to get away with all this kind of stuff is because literally everybody is protecting him that it surrounds him, okay? And so, eventually, and it's kind of like what Jeffree Star said in the podcast. I haven't watched the podcast, but I saw that clip, right? That it's because these people won't, you know, come out and speak about it, that he still has a platform. It's absolutely 100% right, you know? There's going to be something that happens, and then it's not going to only be James Charles that takes the fall. You know, it's going to be all these people that go down with the sinking ship, right? Because we've been all calling them out for weeks now on end. So, when that ship... I can't even speak. I can't speak! I know, but I'm not even talking about Colleen Ballinger. Okay, but when that ship... I am talking about... Good for you, Jaclyn Hill. There's going to be a test today in drama class, okay? So when I come over there, you better get your Scantron test ready. But anyway, I mean, when this ship sinks, they're all going down, okay? Because they've all been called out. This is why, like, people want to keep on saying, well, why do you bring it up that these people don't take your advice? Because I'm just trying to help a fool, okay? They don't want to take my life. They want to fuck their career. Okay, fine. You've literally built your career on YouTube, TikTok, and selling makeup, okay? When you don't have that anymore, where are you going to go? To that Ulta store that never existed at the Woodfield Mall, Jaclyn Hill? Is that where you're going to go work, girl, doing people's makeup at the... They don't do makeup at the Ulta, do they? Where are you going to go, girl? Back to that MAC counter? When you've lost literally everything because you put your entire career on these problematic-ass people, and you're problematic as well. So anyway, now if you didn't watch my video yesterday, okay, I said that back in the day when I told this whole story. It's real cute. You should go watch that part of it if you don't want to watch anything else. But I did this whole thing about when I used to go to drag shows back. Well, I saw this drag pageant from 1994 online on YouTube, and I'm sitting there watching Peter Monn, 22 years old, okay, watching this drag pageant because my friend was performing there as a guest. And I'm like, oh my god, that's me. I can't believe it was me and my little table of friends over there, right? Because we used to go everywhere with her. So anyway, the MC at the drag pageant. It was a small drag pageant in Champaign, Illinois, at this bar called Chester Street that we used to go to back in the day. But anyway, but the MC, and I had forgotten because I haven't been to a drag show in forever, right? The MC would say, attitude check. This used to be every drag show that I would go to, right? The MC, I think they still do it too, but the MC would say, attitude check. And then the whole audience would go, I don't know why, fuck you! Attitude check. You. So when I say attitude check in the video, y'all need to shout at the screen and go, fuck you! Attitude check. Fuck you. Get it? Okay. So now that we know that's 2 videos I've announced that in, okay? So if you come here in like 4 videos and you say you don't know what attitude check is, then that means you're not watching my videos. Alright, so let's get into this video about Jaclyn Hill. Now first of all, the title of her video, okay, is Full Face of Products That You Recommended to Me. In her DMs, and she put out this thing that she was like, what products she recommended to me? Girl, aren't you the makeup artist? Or is this you trying to play it safe? Because it's full face of products you recommended to me, but then you used James Charles painted sponge, okay? But you didn't say nobody recommended that to you. You then go in and use Manny MUA's Lunar Beauty Powder. Didn't say nobody recommended that to you. So basically what you should have called this video is Full Face of Products Endorsing My Problematic Friends. That's what you should have called this video, okay? And not to mention that you shout out Morphe 9 million times in this video, okay? Girl, of course you do, okay? Because Forma, the parent company of Jaclyn Cosmetics, the real CEO and owner of Jaclyn Cosmetics, not you. I know you think it's you, okay, girl, because you're playing house in Tampa, Florida, but it's not you, okay? I'm just... Jaclyn, we let you think that you're the owner and the CEO, but you're not, okay? And listen, and somebody sent me this whole video, and they're like, did you see this video where this person said that this is how she can get around it? Because this person says that this is where I love when people don't watch my videos, okay? That you don't have to watch my videos, but don't be throwing stuff at my face and saying, did you watch this video? Because this person clears it up. And she says that Forma is the parent brand for Jaclyn Cosmetics, and Jaclyn she owns the rights by the LLC, and that they probably just let her say that she's the CEO and whatever because she's a face of... Yes, girl, I'd already did a whole video talking all about that, okay? But it's no surprise to me that she's continuing to talk about Morphe when Forma owns Morphe and they own Jaclyn Cosmetics. I mean, it's not like you can be unbiased, girl, okay? You're shouting out your 2 friends, James Charles and Manny MUA's products, okay? And then the whole video, you're talking about Morphe. She even says one thing like, Morphe online isn't getting very good reviews lately, but this is a really great product. But you've literally, before that, I watched the whole 35-minute video, okay? Y'all expect it from me. I bored my ass off watching this stupid-ass video for you guys. Attitude check! I'm just gonna slip them in there every once in a while, right? Okay, so listen, we know she's still getting checks from Morphe and things like that. So anyway, the title of her video, that, you know, is whatever. So then she goes, like, and this is the thing that kills me, right, is that Jaclyn always would be like, oh my god, so many people in my DMs are asking me to talk about these scrunchies. So I'm going to do a whole Instagram reel about these scrunchies that I love on Amazon, and then I'm going to link them to my Amazon storefront and not disclose it. How many people have asked you to actually say Caitlin Nicholson's name in a video? How many people have asked you if you are actually the owner of Jaclyn Cosmetics? How many people have asked you to come out and address Marlena Stell's allegations? How many people have come out and asked you to address Ginger Ard's allegations? You're going to tell me that your comments or your DMs on Instagram are not flooded with that when your comments are flooded with it on your video? Oh, but wait, you're deleting those comments, aren't you? Don't tell me that you're not, because somebody tagged me in one of your comments. It was the #1 comment, and I screenshot it, and when I went back, poof, like a Jaclyn Hill fart idea, it was gone, okay? So Jaclyn Hill, my name was in that comment, and that comment does not exist on your channel anymore. So you're deleting comments, okay? Because you don't want people to hold you accountable for supporting James Charles and Colleen Ballinger, okay? But then don't get in a video and support their products, okay? Don't follow them on Instagram. It's really that simple, girl. It's really that simple, okay? So anyway, I got lots of notes. So, you know, she does this video about this, okay, and I'm thinking to myself, did she just remember that, I mean, now it's been like a month and a half, 2 months, I think it's been like 3 months, actually, since she's done an actual makeup video. Did she just remember that she likes to do makeup all of a sudden again, girl? Did you just remember that you like to do makeup, but you still can't remember how to disclose affiliate links? So for all of you out there that want to say that I'm a liar, okay, so I've done in 15 videos now, or probably 45 videos, that the FTC says that you have to disclose in the video, okay, and you also have to disclose above the link, each link, that it is an affiliate link, and that you have to be transparent to your audience and explain that you are going to make money off of that affiliate link, okay? You have to say that. Y'all don't want to believe me on this, and you don't care. She's going to, listen, I thought maybe the FTC was after her already, but she just did this inappropriately, incorrectly again. So apparently the FTC's not after her, but I'm going to tell you right now, you know, I'm starting to think that maybe I'll just report the girl, okay? I've talked about it enough. I've given her enough warnings. I'm thinking maybe it's just time for me to report her, okay? Because this is ridiculous at this point that she can't even come out and do the right thing per the FTC guidelines. So when you go underneath here to her video, here it is, okay? And it says, I found so many amazing new products because of you. Thank you all for your recommendations. Well, no, you said Manny sent you the product. This girl sent you your brushes. I mean, the products that people recommended to you, you literally held up and you go, you guys recommended this to me, but I'm not going to use it. You recommended this to me, but I'm not going to use it. You recommended this to me, but I'm not going to use this. These brushes were sent to me by another influencer who you don't have a problem shouting her out, but you can't say Caitlin Nicholson's name in a video to save your life, okay? You cannot say Caitlin Nicholson's name. Like, it'll kill you, girl, okay? Like, are you afraid the girl's got some voodoo on you that if you say her name, that you're going to, like, I don't know, burn in hell or something like that? Why can't you say Caitlin Nicholson's name in a video? Smaller Canadian influencer? Oh, get out of here with that bullshit, Jaclyn. Okay? So she says that. Then she puts links. Okay? Each one of these is an affiliate link. Each one of these she's making money off of. Let's see how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. She has 36 links in here that she is making money off of. And, Patrick Ta, he's problematic too because he supports James Charles. 36 links on here that you don't disclose that they're affiliate links. Okay, girl. Alright. Let's just pull one of these and see what it is. Where it takes you. Here we go. Just one of these links. Let's just take it and see where it goes. Oh, yep. They're affiliate links. So, you didn't disclose appropriately, okay? So, you remember that you like to do makeup, but you can't remember how to disclose appropriately. Jaclyn, can you let me know how many fucking times I have to tell you in a video that you have to disclose appropriately before you're going to do it? Or is the message that you're sending us that you're not going to do it, okay? Because I could literally link every one of my videos and just send a report to the FTC because I'm kind of done with it at this point, okay? And the amount of people that have messaged me and said, I reported Jaclyn to Amazon and girl, your day's coming, okay? And there were people long before me that were talking about you not disclosing affiliate links, okay? Long before me. So there were drama channels that came and went. There were drama channels that are still around that were talking about you not disclosing affiliate links appropriately long before I ever started talking about it, okay? So you've had 4 to 5 years of warnings and you still can't disclose appropriately. The entitlement that seethes from every word of your mouth, okay, is disgusting. That you think that you are above the law, literally, all right? Okay, so let's go on here and talk about all this stuff. So then she goes in and talks about how she bought all these products at the Ulta. Are you talking about that Ulta upstairs at Woodville Mall that never existed, that you used to walk around and dream about one day being a beauty influencer? That Ulta Mall and Woodfield Mall that never existed, that you came out in a video and said you used to walk around upstairs in, that Ulta girl, you don't come out and address that lie? You'll come out and talk about that lie, Jaclyn Hill? Because you don't lie, right? You don't lie. But you came out in a video, a sob story video, getting everybody to feel sorry for you. And you said, when I used to work at the map counter at Woodfield Mall, I'd go upstairs and I'd walk around and dream that maybe one day I could have makeup sold in the store. Well, girl, there never was an Ulta upstairs at Woodfield Mall. It's been proven time and time again, okay? There's an Ulta at Woodfield Gardens. I done so much research on this to see if there ever was, blah, 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 on and on and on, okay? So, at the time that you were working at the Mac counter, and years after, I don't know if there is one today, but there was never no Ulta upstairs. So you flat out lied. Girl, you say you don't lie, but you flat out lied in a video. at least come out and say, well, I said upstairs, but I meant the Woodfield Gardens Mall. Why don't you come out and at least say that? Now my neighbor's over here. She's watching me getting a live show. You watch? Oh, she went like this. Why are you watching me? This ain't my first time at the rodeo. She said to give them hell, so I'm going to give Jaclyn some more hell. Okay. Then she goes on to say that she doesn't like to talk about brands negatively. That's why she hasn't supported this specific brand publicly, right? Then she goes in and she uses James Charles painted sponge and talks about how fantastic it is. Girl, a serious girl! Attitude check! Girl, seriously, you're going to come out and talk about how you don't like to talk about brands negatively, and then you're going to turn around and you're going to support James Charles, self-proclaimed Predator paint, that Predator paint. You're going to support his brand. And then you're going to support Manny MUA's brand, who supports James Charles Predator paint. Girl, you are so sick in the head, seriously. Like, you got problems, okay? You have picked the wrong friends in the industry, okay? And I don't, and the thing that's killing me about this is, have any of you seen Manny or James Charles or any of these people shout out her shit? No, they're not touching her shit. They don't want her shit, right? Okay, that highlighter stuff. If they have, I haven't seen it, so let me know. I done blocked, or I done followed all them people, so I don't follow them anymore. Then she goes on and she says this thing, which is such a dig at Robbie Kristi, and she's talking about this whole thing, and like, you know, that creases and all this kind of stuff, and she said, literally, people will pull out microscopes. We've been there, she says. And I'm like, oh, girl, okay. So, you're going to throw some shade at Robbie Kristi right now, when you said that you didn't want to make jokes about the lipsticks anymore. But Robbie Kristi came out, and she made a whole ass video proving, okay, that your lipsticks were problematic. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? Robbie Kristi she's in a shitstorm right now because she didn't choose to come out and deal with the situation. She decided to block and delete people, okay? I don't think it's a great move, but that's what Robbie Kristi chose to do, okay? Because she was following James Charles. We ain't gonna get into all that, okay? So, yes, Robbie Kristi, that's problematic as hell, okay? And don't tell me she's going through a bunch of hard shit, and don't come from... She's still posted on her Zach and Kristi Instagram, like, literally every day, smiling for the camera, posting pictures of frogs and shit like that, okay? So don't... Listen, she's living the good life out there on the farm, okay? Like I said, I just hope it's sustainable, because she's ruining her own career right now. So, but anyway... But two things, like we say, can be true at the same time, right? Okay, so she proved that those lipsticks were problematic as hell, right? So now, because Robbie Kristi, like, this is where, like, I don't think you're stupid, but I'm starting to think maybe you are. Because, like, you want to come out and you want to shade Robbie Kristi because you know she's getting a shit ton of hell right now for supporting James Charles. So you want to throw shade at her because you think, oh, everybody's coming for Robbie Kristi right now, so if I'm going to come for her because I'm pissed at her still about the microscope videos, if I'm going to come for Robbie Kristi, right now is the right time. Except for that, you are supporting James Charles and Colleen Ballinger, girl, okay? Like... And this was the thing I was going to say earlier. I don't think I ever got to it, right? Because I think I got to singing and dancing and all kinds of things. I had the Holy Ghost up in here. I did. Tiny Westbrook, I had the Holy Ghost. I was having the Holy Ghost so bad that I didn't hit the table. The tripod fell again. Lord. That Holy Ghost will get you every time. Oh my God. Okay, I got to be careful. So anyway. So what was I saying? Okay, so she thinks it's a good idea to come out against Robbie Kristi, okay? Because Robbie Kristi is getting a bunch of crap right now. So she's like, okay, if there's a time for me to come for Kristi, today's the day, right? Because Kristi's getting all this shit for supporting James Charles. But girl, you fully support James Charles in this video, okay? And you follow James Charles and Colleen Ballinger. Girl, you're like one of the biggest Predator protectors out there. And I was going to say this earlier in my video, and I don't think I did, because I think I got to singing and dancing and having the Holy Ghost and things like I just said. I cannot keep anything straight in my videos. True story, I can't, okay? So anyway, but what I was going to say was, did I say it already? You know, oh, this is what I was going to say, is that, like, one of the reasons why, like, I've thrown her out here and I've thrown her out there for supporting James and Colleen and things like that, right? But one of the problems is that Jaclyn Hill is so problematic in so many different ways that it's like, how do you keep up with the problematic behaviors, right? Like, with some of these people, like, Manny's been problematic about a few things, but, like, other than, like, today, him supporting James or him supporting Colleen Ballinger, there's not really a whole lot more, right? right? Like, Robbie D. Kristi, you know, like, I know people have their issues with her and whatever, but, like, there's not tons that's problematic about her. Jaclyn Hill is, like, there's so much, right? Like, she doesn't empower other women. She steps over other women to get where she's gotten. You know, she deletes comments that aren't in favor of her. She can't handle the truth. You know, all this kind of stuff. She doesn't disclose affiliate links. She never comes out and tells the truth. She lies through her teeth. On and on and on, okay? She supports Predator. She supports Colleen Ballinger. On and on, right? Like, there is so much that is problematic about Jaclyn Hill. It's like, what do you pick and choose? Like, how do you pick, like, one thing over the other, you know? So, anyway, these people, they're new. They never walked down my street before. They're like, who is this person sitting on talking about somebody, Jaclyn? What is going on? They were young, too, so they probably know who she is. But anyway... So she done dissed Robbie D. Kristi, right? So then she goes on, she talks about these brushes, these fantastic brushes that somebody sent her from another influencer, and she goes, it's a female-owned brand. Girl, well, we already, listen, whoever sent her them brushes, RK Beauty or whatever, I thought she was talking about, I thought she said RBK Beauty. I thought Robbie Kristi sent her these brushes and now she's dissing her in the video. But it wasn't. Because there's no RBK Beauty yet, is there? So anyway, but she's RK Beauty or something like that sent her these brushes. And she's like, she's a female-owned company. Another influencer. And I go, oh, God. Another person Jaclyn Hill's going to come from and steal ideas for and just beat to death, right? Like, she's just going to take that girl down. You should never... Why anybody, okay, if you are a female-owned business owner, a beauty brand, why you are sending Jaclyn Hill any business or any ideas is beyond me, okay? Because you think that Jaclyn Hill is going to shout out your product, which she did. Trust me, 6 months to a year, Jaclyn Cosmetics or whatever new brand she invents, you know, she's going to come out with these brushes, and they're going to be the most amazing brushes in the entire world. She's never seen anything like it before, right? And then everybody's going to be referencing back to this video. Do you remember when you shouted out those exact same brushes? And that's what she does, you guys. Historically, go back and look at her. She'll shout something out and be like, this is the most amazing product in the entire world. And then 2 years later, she's got the product coming out. And it's her original fart idea of hers, okay? Girl, get fucked. Seriously, like, we had done figured you out years ago, okay? You are pathetic. So then she goes on and she says, okay, well, I'm going to say something that's so unpopular. And I might get canceled over this, okay? And then she goes and talks about these blushes. Girl, seriously, and rare beauty blushes. And then she goes on and she says at the end of it, if you catch it, like all these people are talking about how she's dissing Robbie D. Kristi. Then she says, uncancel me. And I'm like, ooh. Okay, so you do know what's going on with James Charles. Because you're referencing the Cosmopolitan article called Please Uncancel Me. See, this is where Jaclyn Hill, she's shady. And she's good with her shade sometimes too, right? So she throws that in there. Uncancel me, okay? When that's a direct reference to James Charles' article in the Cosmopolitan magazine. So do not tell me that Jaclyn Hill does not know exactly what is going on with James Charles and is following it very closely and continues to choose to follow him and continues to choose him. Girl, you don't want to be canceled? Why are you promoting a Predator's products in your video, still following James Charles and still following Colleen Ballinger? Girl, we're going to have to start talking about you a lot more, okay? A lot more. So then she goes in, she uses this powder by Lunar Beauty, and she talks about a conversation she had with Manny, and Manny is explaining the product to her and stuff like that. I'm like, girl, none of these products that you're using, like maybe but 2, did your actual audience recommend to you? That's just how you pull your audience in, right? So then she's deleting comments, and let me, let's go back in here for a second. Let's see if these comments that I found, if they're still on here or not. Hold on a second, because she's deleting comments way so much. Hold on a second. Let me, well, there's a comment on here. It won't stay on here for long. The fact that you were supporting James Charles is disgusting, but you know what? I'm not surprised. Okay, let me see. I went back in here. Oh, no, she did delete these comments. Okay, all right. Oh, we ain't gonna go there. Talking about her. Okay. Yeah, she's deleting comments, because comments that I found are not up there. But the one comment that she deleted, it was the #1 comment on the video, which I actually kind of lived for, right? Is that somebody said, not the James Charles, ... okay? This was literally the #1 comment. It had 59 likes on it, okay? If you guys can find it on the video, I went through like tons of comments. I couldn't find it. Somebody said, not the James Charles, and then somebody else said, for real, I can't even watch now, LOL. And somebody else said, turn me right off. And then somebody else said, here comes Peter Monn, we need his input. Well, girl, listen, she got me blocked everywhere, so we know that's why she deleted that comment, okay? You delete Nick Snyder's comments on your videos, you delete my comments, you delete, listen, girl, okay? You delete comments where people are referencing me. Girl, you can't handle the truth, don't come out and support predators. I don't know why, like, this is such a difficult concept for people to understand. It's like, y'all are being so mean to Jaclyn Hill, y'all are being so mean to Manny MUA, you're all being so mean to Robbie Lee Kristi, they're just supporting a predator, like, what's that big of a deal about it? You know, since Jeffree Star always wants to go back and talk about Manny MUA the other day, he put up this thing and said this is so 2016 or something. And these people were like, oh, that was before James Charles came out and like was, you know, preying on minors. Good for calling Manny out on that one. I thought that was good. But let's go back in time a little bit, okay? To that picture that Manny thought was so funny to post on Instagram of all them people and like, you know, the ones that had the finger up against Jeffree Star and said bitch is bitter without us and all that kind of stuff. You know, here's the thing that kills me. And this is, I think, the entire internet, YouTube, and everything, okay, is that I think people are so desensitized to all of this shit now. And, you know, for a long time, I didn't like to talk about these deep, dark issues because I just feel like they're so serious, and I like to do lighthearted drama on my videos, right, or my channel. Because I like to bring people, like, funny haha escape and stuff like that. But I think that these issues are important to talk about. And so I've decided to start talking about them, right? Not maybe in every video, but I'm gonna talk about them because I think they're important. But the reality is, the more that you talk about it, the more immune you become to it. The more allegations there are against these people that are so dark, right? The more it's like we kind of become immune to it. It's like, oh, another predator? Like, we've heard about it, like, a million times, right? You know, and, it's one of the reasons why I decided to, you know, I had worked in a treatment facility for almost 13 years, and it's one of the reasons why I decided to stop working in a treatment facility, because there was so, I mean, there were people that stayed sober. Not many. You know, I think the statistics are something like 1 in 30, and I can remember when my counselor, when I was in treatment, said that to me, and I looked around the room, and there was like 32 of us, and I was like, I'm going to be that one person. I can remember thinking that, right? I've always said, like, when people want to cite statistics for treatment programs, I know this is a little bit off tangent, but it's important. When people always cite statistics, like some treatment programs will say their success rate is 80%, what, over a person's lifetime? Or somebody will say our success rate is 100%, our success rate is 1 in 30 or whatever, right? Like, the statistical research shows that 1 in 30 people that go to treatment stay sober for a year or more, okay? And by whatever means that means today, right? Whether they go to a 12-step program or they're on maintenance drugs or whatever, right? I've always believed, okay, take somebody that really wants to get sober and they'll go to the lengths to stay sober. That's how you measure success, right? It depends on each person individually. So, you know, one of the reasons why I got out of it was that there were very few people that were staying sober. And that's in treatment programs, halfway houses around the world, okay? The statistical rates are just not that great. Statistical rates of people staying sober on maintenance drugs or in 12-step programs, I mean, they're not great, right? And I know that people don't like to hear this because they think that I'm preaching about this, but the reality is 12-step programs actually have the highest rate of success when it comes to people staying clean and sober. And so that's why it's work. I mean, I did listen, okay? I tried every other avenue out there, and I was like, I was so resistant to working in a 12-step program, then I was like, what do I have to lose, you know? So that's why I do this, and that's why I do it today. Plus, there weren't a lot of ulterior methods of staying sober when I got sober in 1994, right? So one of the reasons why I stopped working in treatment was because it was just kind of so sad. Like, so many people, you know, were going to prison, so many people were losing their kids, so many people were losing marriages or jobs, so many people were dying of overdoses, and I just, you know, or taking their own lives or other ways that they were dying. It just was so tragic and so sad, you know, and still being in a 12-step program today, you know, that I'm extremely active in, I mean, I'm obviously surrounded by that. I mean, I know people that die all the time. You know, I have friends of mine right now that I'm very worried about, you know, that I hope to God they make it, you know? And so we start becoming kind of immune to that, right? Like, when you're in it 24 hours a day, I'm working in it, and then I'm going to meetings and all this kind of stuff. So you kind of become immune to it to some degree, right? Which is why I was like, okay, I cannot become immune to the seriousness of addiction and recovery. Like, I just can't. So it's time for me to move on to greener pastures kind of thing, right? And so By the way, if you ever want to see a fantastic movie about somebody getting sober and turning their life into a service, there's a movie on Amazon. It's called Bobby Joe. I don't remember. It's called like Bobby Joe, like hitting bottom or something like that. But it's about this woman in Kansas, and it's about her getting sober. She's got about the same sobriety time I do, and she opens like, I don't know, like something like 100 halfway houses. It's incredible. It's one of the most fantastic documentaries I've ever seen. So anyway, like all this stuff happens, right? And it's like the Colleen Ballingers and the James Charles, and it's like we kind of start becoming immune to it as a society. And then we're like, oh, well, it's really not that bad that Jaclyn Hill follows Colleen Ballinger. It's really not that bad that Jaclyn Hill follows James Charles and he's shouting out. What's the big deal? You know, James Charles, like 4 years ago, was having inappropriate conversations with minors. So what that James Charles just came out this year and said that he's still asking people for IDs in his, you know, DMs. You know, so what that Colleen Ballinger hasn't come out and addressed this. So what that Colleen Ballinger, you know, sent an email to Trisha Paytas apologizing, you know, indirectly taking accountability for sending her nudes to minors and to everybody else. So what that Adam McIntyre, you know, Becky and Oliver were traumatized over this and having to come out and share their stories. You know, so what that, you know, James Charles has a brand and is living in a $5 million house in Los Angeles. So what that all these people support him. So fucking what? Like, seriously? Have you all lost your fucking minds that support these people? This is some serious shit, okay? This is not somebody flipping off Jeffree Star in a picture, and you all lost your minds about that 4 years ago. You literally lost your minds, okay? People were digging into the backgrounds of these people, and then they get exposed for racism, and they get exposed for this, and they get exposed for that, right? And rightfully so, okay? But y'all took such an issue because you were such Jeffree Star lovers that 4 people got in a picture on a brand trip and they gave the finger to Jeffree Star and y'all lost your minds over it. But today it's okay that James Charles has a thriving career and has not changed and proved in the article that he has not changed and he has all this support around him. It's okay that Colleen Ballinger is out there just sitting pretty and not doing anything and not responding to it. But y'all took issue with the fact that Jeffree Star, people flipped off Jeffree Star in a picture. Are you fucking kidding me? Y'all took issue with the fact that Patrick Star rolled his eyes at a meet and greet. But you don't take issue with this? Or is it that we're so desensitized to this stuff that it doesn't matter? This is why I won't shut up about it, okay? Because it's time that we make this stuff fucking matter. It matters. The people that they've hurt, it matters to them. And if that's just one person, I don't give a fuck, okay? That person matters. You matter. I matter. We all matter. And what they're saying is, those people don't matter. Their stories don't matter, and their experiences don't matter. What they went through doesn't matter. James Charles' launch of Painted is more important than the traumatic experiences that he put these people through. Colleen Ballinger's career on YouTube is more important, okay, than what she put all these victims through. Are you serious? Like, we need to not have an attitude check. We need to have a serious reality check, because that's fucking scary to me. So anyway, I just want to leave you all with that to think about. And no, I'm not going to stop talking about it. I'm not, okay? I'm not. And I'm going to keep on calling out people. I called out Mr. Beast last night for following James Charles. Mr. Beast, who has an entire child audience, okay, follows James Charles. Why, girl? Okay? What is your need to follow James Charles, Mr. Beast? Seriously? You think that he's got some, I don't know, in on the younger audience? Like, what is all these people's need to follow these people? It's so easy to just unfollow them. Like, seriously? So easy. Anyway, let me know what you think about... I got kind of heated at the end, didn't I? Let me know what you think about all that in the comment section below. I love you guys. Attitude check! And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.